I know theater etiquette has sort of gone downhill. I mean, even since before the pandemic, it was kind of iffy. You couple that with the fact that people hadn't been outside in years, and I mean, like, people just seemingly forgot where the fuck the movie theater is, bro. Yo, what's up and welcome back. Yes, back to Angels Reach as always. I'm Angel, and today it's not really a film Friday. I think this is a whatever Wednesday. I think I'm dropping it day of actually. Maybe I'll save it for next week. No, I think I'm probably just gonna drop this because I went to go see Insidious out of reach or out of further out of I don't fucking know. Out of the further. That's what it is. Out of the further. Why would they mix up out of reach and okay, further out. Whatever. So you can kind of tell I'm already in a crabby mood. So let me talk about my Insidious experience. So I went to go see a 4:30 screening with my friends. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy, and it wasn't packed, but there were a certain amount. I mean, there was a fair amount of people in the seats. I mean, it wasn't empty or anything, but it was more empty than people seated in it. I guess, but it was like a 50 or like a 48-51 split. Nothing like crazy, crazy, but. I went to go and see Insidious with my friends, and like it was totally cool for like the opening like trailers and the like about a trailer or two before the actual movie was about to start. Just this wicked potent smell started coming, like wafting into our fucking row, and I was like, "Nah." And I had already, I had drank a little bit before this. I had drank like a small, like little, like vodka handle, and I had like an Arizona iced tea. I was sort of, going one for one. It was awesome. But I was like feeling a little bit loose, a little bit good. I was like, you know what? I'm ready to get scared. I'm ready to like appreciate this movie. Ready for the horror aspects, for the horror elements to hit me. I'm ready for this nonsense. I didn't necessarily go and think it'd be bad or anything, but like, I with already having seen Evil Dead Burn, I was like, you know what? That's sort of my horror movie for right now. I mean, I also saw like Hokum, I think, and that had some really dope horror elements. But I mean, I was like, dude, I've already got like my horror movie of the year that I think I'm gonna just like be the one that I recommend or whatever. But I was like, whatever. Let's go in. Let's get some scary moments happening. Let's watch some like horror unfold. Whatever. Let's catch some references. Maybe I have not seen. I don't remember seeing any other Insidious. I think I'm sure I have, but like I genuinely don't remember anything about the franchise or series or anything like that. But yeah, so we went into the movie, and the first couple trailers started playing. That was fine, but about to the second to last and last trailer, somebody just started eating what seemed like a combination of a seafood boil and a blooming onion, bro. Just insane amount of potent, like lingering and wafting, and like, oh my god, it was crazy. And like, I wasn't the point where I was like drunk, where I was like, oh, I can like beat somebody ass or anything. But I was, it was liquid courage. It was a little bit more like, oh no, like hopefully if I say this out loud, they'll just like get embarrassed or wrap it up, or like, you know what I mean? Like, oh shit, like they can like, oh, we're inconveniencing somebody. Hurry up, let's like finish this off. Like that was my intention. And I think that's what ended up happening, because after like about 5 or so minutes into the movie, they actually stopped eating, or they finished eating. Either way, the smell went away, and I was like, all right, good. And I was having my friend Neo crack up for like the first 10 minutes of the movie, and he was like, I might be a little bit biased for the movie because I ended up giving it like a 3 out of 5 stars, like on Letterboxd. Like that's usually my review. I guess 5 stars out of 10 if you want to do that. But yeah, I don't know. I just like I enjoyed the moments, that the creative liberties that it took. I love like when they seceded expectation, or subverted expectations. I don't know. I said seceded, subverted expectations. Like there was a scene at the beginning where, and if you're unfamiliar with the plot just consists of a mother, seemingly moving into her parents' house and dealing with the like the demons and stuff and ghosts that like haunt her and stuff from like the underworld. And she finds out that she's a carrier. She can bring stuff from the underworld into the overworld. The whole movie is essentially her dealing with that, and like somebody from the underworld trying their best to come back to the overworld with her. And so the whole throughout the movie, she gets help from, I think, a psychic, like a character from the series, like a silver bob haired woman. It looks like her name is Catherine, honestly. But yeah, so she gets help from that woman who like uses a black tattoo artist as like a means to like communicate with her and stuff, and like it's really cool. You get some nice shots of the tattoo artist like painting on like grapefruit skin, and it looks like real skin or like dead skin or like I don't know, like it looks similar to human skin. She says like in the movie, like oh, like the most like people usually tattoo like hog meat or something like hog flesh or like pig flesh because they think it's the closest thing. It's actually grapefruit is the closest thing to human, and then you see a lot of scenes of her making tattoo art of like whatever messages she receives from that woman, and so that woman on top of the tattoo artist, and then also there's a police officer who's like the love interest in the movie who seems to be like the grounded one, like let's think about this reasonably, like let's be rational here, you're talking about demons and stuff like that, so he's always offering like down to earth and logical explanations for everything, but despite it all he's still with her because I think they obviously are romantically interested in each other. So all these characters that are helping this woman deal with the demons that she believes her mother passed on to her, or like that she's dealing with from the house. She says it's like sort of from the house. Her mother had these nightmares and stuff that she was dealing with. And it's actually really interesting how they play it off in the beginning, because in the beginning, they have this sort of alcoholic mom angle given. You're sort of given the little girl, her daughter's perspective, and she like comes home from school, does like her homework, and like her mom sort of stumbles in and is dealing with obviously like being either hung over, which is heavily indicated or implied here, versus what she's actually dealing with, which is like a sort of nightmare hangover. She's like can't believe like she's so physically drained and what she's been experiencing and been plagued with and all the visions and nightmares and stuff like that. So I actually did find it really interesting that they played the alcoholic mom angle at the beginning and like gave like the daughter like a little bit of resentment towards her mother and be like, oh my gosh, like I gotta make my own food and stuff. Like there's a moment where her mom comes stumbling in and it's like, oh, let's make you dinner. And she's like, Mom, like we already ate and everything, like towards the end of the movie, like a flashback, I think. And like I was like, oh man, that's really heartbreaking to see like how like her mom viewed her. And then like spoiler alerts for the movie, obviously. This is more of a discussion than a review or anything, honestly. But at the end of the movie, she understands that the reason she's haunted is because her mother was haunted, and it flashed back to what I imagine is the point in the previous movie where the mother's killing herself by smacking her head in the bathroom, and you find out that like the original oh my gosh, the main character of this movie, the mother that I'm referring to, she's not just a mother, by the way. Gemma, Lynn Shay, that's the name of the okay, sorry, let me stop getting distracted. The main character of the movie, Gemma, is you find out that Gemma watched her mother kill herself as a kid, and so she grew a lot of resentment towards her and knew that she was going through like a messed up time. But what is eventually revealed to her at the end is that her mother killed herself because the only way to like stop the curse is to kill yourself and not like no one to have it go to or something like that. But I think eventually she became old enough to where like the spirits can just go after her instead of like a kid or whatever. But then it doesn't make any sense because at the end, then they also try to use the kid as a ride to get to the overworld as well, and they do for a second, but then I don't know. It's pretty weird. There's like a fair amount of comedic moments in the movie too. Like a handful. I don't want to say like a fair amount, like a ton, but there was like a handful of moments that were pretty funny. Like there's a scene where there's like a fort, where there's a pillow fort, and she's like breaking out of it and like destroying it, and like obviously the alcoholic bomb angle like can be like a little bit funny sometimes depending on how they play it off. It's honestly more sad than anything, but there was that. There's also a scene where like a underworld grandpa and grandma couple sort of just slowly point up to like give like an instruction or to like point to an enemy or something like that. It was like a small moment like that, and I was like pretty humorous. But yeah, I was just comparing it to Evil Dead Burn a lot, and like that comedy, especially with the grandmother like playing the offshoot or playing the straight character to have all the ridiculous stuff that's going on. Like I just felt like I like enjoyed that better. So it just felt a bit lackluster to me in general, like the whole movie. But I could appreciate the like the lighting, the colors were pretty dope. But like again, the artistic choices that they had, like there was a moment where they subverted the expectations of everybody. Actually, in the pillow fort, in the pillow fort scene towards the beginning of the movie, it shows Gemma like trying to chase after her daughter, because yeah, so like she's like, oh, it's time for bed or whatever, let's go. And then she's like trying to go in there and play with her, I guess. And she goes in there, and it's just like the Doctor Who's TARDIS situation where it just is infinitely bigger than it actually looks. And so she's going down these really really dark halls of like made of pillows, and it's really honestly like the lighting is fantastic, the darkness, the way that they play with that is amazing. And then so there's a face at the end of the tunnel, and then so she sees that, and then there's two sort of tunnels on either side of her as well. You sort of get an angle of her looking at down her right side and then looking back. And when I thought that the face was going to be gone and it was going to be some corny chase scene, it actually was still there. And so then it actually subverted again when she looked to her left and saw another face. She looked back and the face was also still there. And like yeah, just the fear of knowing that something's there and the eeriness of it, playing with it and playing with shadows and stuff, just really dope, really well done. So I can appreciate the moments in this movie that it had, that I like, that I could enjoy, that I thought were fun, that I thought were comical and stuff. Like there's also a scene where the cop is tasing like the bodies to wake them up so that they're not in the dreamscape, helping the what looked to be like an Ozzy Osbourne. The main antagonist of this movie was Ozzy Osbourne, like it's like a undead vampire sort of situation. It was crazy. This like really black long hair. I think he either had his eyes or like some sunglasses, like some round glasses. I don't know, dude, Mandela effect. Like I don't even. But I remember specifically being like, that's like Ozzy Osbourne, and he's been dead for a while. So like, you know, like that's a good homage. You feel me? But no, yeah, it was a fun movie. It was a nice little horror experience. There was a lot of like visual horror with like quick jump scares and cuts to like the dead family that moved in across the street. That is where that is ultimately the vessels that the main antagonist used to get closer to Gemma and her daughter. And so there's also like a scene in the beginning, because Gemma is a dentist. There's like a lot of scenes that are playing with like mouth horror and like just like really like really gross depictures of like the inside of a mouth and like teeth and hair like inside. Oh my god, it was really gross. It was really really gross. And dude, you like if that shit was playing and that there like was still a seafood boil in front of me, son, I would have gagged so hard. You feel me? Like I would have been. Oh man, it would have been crazy. No, but it was a dope time. You feel me? It was a pretty dope movie. Like I can't knock. I mean, like I did knock points off it just because like I want sometimes like I want something that's gonna pull me and stuff, and like that's gonna keep me entertained and interested. And I actually didn't bring my watch to this. No wait no, I think I did bring my watch this movie. I think I checked the time like once or twice, but I mean like it wasn't like anything like boring. It was more so like I wanted stuff to sort of hurry up and like to run its course already. You know what I mean? Not that it had any problem building tension. Like it had obviously very quiet moments that were building up to the scary moments and just creepy moments all around that were just like adding to the ambiance of the movie. It was cool. It was cool. I can't knock it. But that theater experience was something else, man. I can't believe that it smelled that ridiculous. Like it's well, yo, it smelled wild, funky, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just nasty, bro. Just straight grossness. And I was like again, like I probably would have said the same thing I said, but like closer to my friends and quieter. But like I kind of was like, yo, you need to be reprimanded and shamed, like out here. Like you need to understand you're inconveniencing people by smelling like fucking mustard, sardines, pickle juice, like onion, blooming onion. Yo, there's a pregnant woman going crazy right now. Like that sounds gas. But no, like you can't be doing that to people. You feel me? It's like you take that shit outside, you eat that, you come in here with dirty breath, whatever, drink a bottle of Listerine. You know what I mean? Have some respect for people, because like I just went to go see a movie with my homie, and like I had a pizza. Like I had like one of those like heated up pizzas that they serve at the thing. It was really bad, but it kind of hit the spot. It was really fun. Honestly, it was like a fun horror movie. You know, it was a 3 out of 5 pizza. You feel me? Like it was definitely school. It was like a combination of school lunch pizza and like a really flattened DiGiorno, just because like the pepperoni was dope, and it just fell apart, bro. It just like went. It just went down quickly. Shout out the homie Hot Rod, yo. Yo, no, but seriously, Ruben, shout out you. Shout out Wilco. No, but Insidious was it was a pretty dope experience. I was just the beginning that kind of threw me off. I was like, man, it smells crazy in here. But had a decent time at the theater. I can appreciate the creative liberties they took, the decisions that they made. It was entertaining for sure. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. I definitely recommend giving it a watch if you've got the pass, especially, bro. You know what I mean? Shout out Regal, shout out Regal reps. But yeah, dude, the movie was dope. Afterwards, my friends and I, we tried a new burger place out. I'm pretty sure it's called Smashies or Smashers. Hold on, give me a second. I am in my boxers right now. I dead ass forgot that, son. Uh, where is it? Oh my god. I can't find it. There was a sticker that oh, is it down here? Is it down here? No, that's something else. Never mind. My friends and I tried a new burger place out by 14th Street, Union Square. I think it was called Smashies or Smashers, Smashleys. I don't know. It was something like that. Just had a double cheeseburger out. It was super dope. I had to take out the pickle. I was cool with the pickle for a second, but then we started talking about the movie and like the dentist scene and shit, and I was like, I can't do the crunch of the pickle with, talk of the. Ah man, like I just couldn't do it, and I've got a texture thing. I've got a texture thing, so like like raw onions and like pickles and so like sometimes tomatoes, like depending on how big they are or whatever, like the crunchiness of it, like it doesn't make sense in my head and stuff. So what am I explaining all that for, bro? It's an insidious discussion, bro. Fuck burgers, you know what I'm saying? And also fuck burgers. If you're a lame ass motherfucker watching this, okay, I'm sorry. I gotta. It's a movie discussion. Let me chill out. Yeah, I had a burger. It was super dope. Ended the day off right. Went to go see a movie the next day or a day after that or something like that. And I'm gonna talk about that for Film Friday. So thanks so much for watching the movie, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Whatever. Oh shit, I gotta remember to say that.